Welcome back, guys. So, there's been a lot of talk about Harbor Freight and Icon and their Orange toolkit. But is it really the best toolkit? Or is there better toolkits out there? Let's talk about it.
Alright guys, today will be a short one. But Harbor Freight, released their new Courage toolkit, and there's been a lot of talk on YouTube about if they messed up on the ratchet, because it didn't come with the pass-through ratchet, right? But is really that the best ratchet of any kit, or is there better stuff out there, or is it even an issue? Does it really matter? uh, to me, it doesn't really matter, plainly simple, because a lot of these kits don't have they have a lot of issues. There's always something that's missing from the kits, right? So let's say this kit right here, the Craftsman V series kit, right? This is a metric one, and as you can see, the ratchet that's in there is not the one that came with the kit, right? So same deal with the Harbor Freight one. The ratchet that was included was not adequate. Well, I can't say that for the Harbor Freight one because I haven't tried it and I don't own it. But it's basically the same kit as this one, because this one is made by the same company, and I don't mean the same company that owns Craftsman. I just mean the same OEM, which makes the Craftsman, the Falcom, the Usag, and the Harbor Freight. And I believe they also make I forget the name of the brand that's from Taiwan. But yeah, basically they make this kit. If you see this type of kit with the little indentations in there, or the little that style, that's who makes them, and this stuff, right? But anyways, the Craftsman ratchet, this one, it was missing, or not missing, but it had not a very good 1/4" ratchet, so I changed it, right? Boom. Now I have a different ratchet. This one is an Astro Products dual. It has a 1/4" side and an actual bit side over here, right? And this one's actually being rebranded by Mac Tools. Or I think Vim is another one that rebrands this. But anyways, to me it's just simple to replace it. And right, you don't have to really make a video of you replacing this ratchet. There's a lot of videos out there of the new Harbor Freight kit, and people making fixes for them, which I'm like, at that point it's just really all about views. But basically, if you don't like the ratchet, just change it, but like I said, these kits aren't really the best, I will say. Why? Because like I said, there's a bunch of stuff missing from them, which what actually prompted me to make my own kit, right? So let's say this one. This kit's made by PTW. It's a motorcycle company, and this one comes with very nice sockets. But these sockets are, come on, focus. They're the low profile pass-through type, right? It's a very nice kit, and it's very low profile. Come on. Perfect. But yeah, but as you can see, it's only one type of ratchet, right? So there's no flex, and so basically you're stuck with a ratchet that has no flex. A lot of people like the flex, so you really can't upgrade this kit, right? Because it's basically one style will fit this kit. But what I'm saying is basically all these kits come with drawbacks. That's what I'm saying, right? So a lot of times they cheap out on, you know, the bits, right? On this one, I replaced the bits, my Phillips for JIS because, well, JIS are just better, right? So these are Bessel JIS. They're just so much better than whatever they came with this kit. But I mean, everything has its use, right? So what did I do to fix, or I should say fix, but to make a better kit, right? So since I own a 3D printer, I first did this kit right here, which is using a DeWalt tough case, right? These are plentiful and you can get them, come on, focus, there we go. You can get them for like $12. They're super cheap, plentiful, and you don't have to make a lot of stuff, right? You can literally just buy these so you can put all your bits, and then you can basically, after that, you can literally put foam in there or whatever it is that you want. But this one I made with 3D printer, right? So I wanted low profile sockets, so I chose this really nice low profile socket from PTW. But these are just generic Taiwan sockets from, well, actually no, this is not PTW, sorry, this is a Signet socket. But basically they all come from the same place. They all come from either Apex Tool Group, which owns Gear Wrench, but pretty much if it's a low profile like this, it's gonna be from that company. But anyways, I made this kit because I prefer two things in my kits, right? I prefer a full set of regular bits and a full set of half cut bits. So these bits are way smaller, right? So you have all the advantages that you can get from this kit, right? And I do not like when it's a combo, or not a combo, but when it's a bit ratchet with a socket attachment, right? Because usually those ratchets are small and very like tiny and not strong enough. So if I'm gonna put a socket and I'm gonna turn a bolt, I want it to be a nicer 1/4 inch medium to full size, right? So this one, again, flex head, medium size, and it has a nice little bit. But yeah, you get the point, right? It's basically a much nicer kit, and it comes with a nice driver. But this, obviously I made this, so usually you're gonna put whatever you want when you make them. But then another problem creeped up on me was when I was trying to remove a battery, right? The battery studs, they had longer studs, so this little low profiles and this type wouldn't remove the nut. So somebody mentioned on one of the forums I'm at that they wish that some of these kits came with a mid-length 1/4 inch socket, right? So that basically inspired me to make one, and this is what this kit comes from. I basically bought some mid-length 1/4 inch. These are about 32 mil, and it gives you a few advantages. One, it's a mid-length, so it gives you both a deep I forget the name of well, deep, it's deep basically, but it's not, you know, a full length, and I can show you the difference between a full length and a mid-length. Actually, never mind because I don't have them here with me. But anyways, it's just basically half the length of the mid length, and you get the advantages of all the deeps, but none of the drawbacks, right? Because it's not as long, so it fits in most places. But anyways, I put this one in here. This was a prototype at the moment. I'm basically trying to get it as nice as possible. And another thing I don't like was the drivers, right? So these, it's an okay driver, but it's not my favorite. Not the shape. It's not a nice driver, but it just doesn't. I don't enjoy it as much, right? And that's another issue with the Harbor Freight one that people seem to call out, that the driver is not as good, or it shouldn't even be in there. So in this kit, I basically went with a full size annex. Come on. Come on, focus. But anyways, it's a full size annex. Let me see if it focuses now. Ball driver, right? This one is super nice, and this was a limited edition one that's full black with a small red switch. But this is one of the nicest ratcheting drivers there are. Very tight, right? There's not a lot of play. It is really nice, and that's why I prefer to have a legitimate driver instead of just some random, whatever they put in there. But yeah, I wanted it basically to fit a full-size driver, and like my other kit, I wanted a actual bit ratchet, not a 1/4-inch ratchet, and a bit ratchet. So this one has a nice angle, 72 teeth, and it's really nice. And for the ratchet, it's basically not this one, because this one I don't like this one as much, but I was just testing a bunch of ratchets in here, and this is a Tekton one, right? So this one is, again, flex head, full size, so you got all that power, turn-in bolts, right? But yeah, you can literally, this one I put like this, and it fits, boom, right? And another very good addition to this kit will be an actual set of pliers, right? So usually people like the Cobra, the little small Cobras, but I wanted to put like some type of needle nose in there. So IPS sells these small little clones of the Talon grips, right? They're not. It's not a full clone because it's a different design, but it's very nice. A very nice length and size, and it grips, man. These things grip. As you can see, there it has. Let's see. I don't know if it can. Let me try to get this in focus. Well, I hate this thing because it doesn't focus as what way I want it to focus, but anyways, it has the hatch marks to basically the hash marks of come on, focus. I hate cameras, guys. Cameras are they just don't want to focus. They don't want to work with you. But anyways, as you can probably see there, right there, hash marks. But anyways, these are excellent size, very useful, very grippy, and they just you want to have some kind of some kind of plier in there. So obviously still prototype. I gotta figure out how to put this in the top lid. But I believe that the best kit is probably going to be the one that you make yourself, right? And now you can actually do it. Because 6, 7, 8 months ago, I did not think that I could actually make a kit like this. And all it took is literally buying a 3D printer and learning CAD. And I don't mean like learning CAD, I mean like a few hours of CAD on YouTube, basically, right? A lot of the assets are already there. This is already there. All I did was modify the inside to be able to put this stuff in here. That's how simple this was. Really easy to do. And obviously this, I gotta tweak a bunch of this because there's a lot of rules you gotta follow when you 3D print stuff, but it's pretty dang easy. But anyways, that's all I had for you today. Please, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If not, then whatever, thumbs down. I don't ask for subscribers. I'm not really into that. But yeah, this is my collection. I've tried a lot of kits. This is not the only ones I have. Again, I already showed this one. Pretty nice kit that I use at home for basically lawn care. That's all I use it for. But like I said, it's just, you know, drawbacks. So it's up to you to actually go and change it. But 3D printer will allow you to, you know, change this, right? Because of not a lot of ratchets fit in there. Well, guess what? Now they fit. Boom. But with that, you know, I'm out. And see you guys on the next one.